Well, as you can see, it's very bright outside. It's very early in the morning. However, this is a 2011 Buick Regal Turbo. You can see it's not really what your grandma and grandpa used to drive anymore. It doesn't really say Buick anymore. It doesn't have that standard Buick look. As you can see from the back, the lines are cut in. It's more of a sporty look than what you're usually traditionally used to from a Buick. So you got the lines coming in there. Even the wheels are a bit sportier than before. However, the innovations don't stop there for Buick Regal Turbo. In fact, you got your flex fuel. You got nice, the nice little sunroof as usual. However, the real fun part comes in once you open the door. As I said before, here's a newly redesigned Buick Regal Turbo. Right here in the instrument panel of the steering wheel, which keeps your hands free from doing a lot of different things. This can control a lot of different instrument panels. But however, there are still some instances where you have to take your hands off. I said over here, you have the volume up and down. That also controls the phone volume as well, whether you can turn it up if you're a little deaf, or you can turn it down if your phone's a little too loud. Over here is the source, where you can change it from AM, FM, XM, to your CD player, your iPod. Over here's your phone, and also voice activation, which does have the OnStar. Ooh. And if you jump over here, you have your usual cruise control, resume, set, and cancel. Now if you turn on the Buick Regal Turbo, you come over to this little screen. So as you can tell right now, I'm really loving the XM, loving Opie and Anthony. But you can split the screen. You have XM over here, and you have your navigation system over here. Now you can also have it to where the navigation takes up the whole screen, and it gives you turn-by-turn direction. Now if you're doing the split screen, you'll still get turn-by-turn direction while it plays over your radio. Now I'm sure that may be a little annoying at times, but in the end, it's not that much of a distraction. And if you go down a little bit more, here you have the master control for the lock-unlock buttons of the doors, 4 ways, and of course your indicator saying that the passenger airbag is on or off. This is your backup. They have a sonar-equipped backup. As you're backing up, if you're getting close to an object, the beeps will happen more rapidly. And once you finally hit the object, it'll just beep entirely. There's the volume knob. You can change the traction from sport to tour. You can take off the traction control. If you back up a little bit, you can kind of see just how big the instrument panel is. Over here's your radio. Here's your HD DVD auxiliary, which also runs the CD player, and also is the one that hits up your iPod. Here's your phone and mute. The back button, when you're doing anything, if you mess up, just hit the back button and boop, you get back to where you were before. You configure everything you want on your screen. And right here is the directional pad. It goes up, down, left, right, the usual deal. Plus it also rotates, it jogs left and right. And what that does up here, it'll go through the channels of your XM source or whatever you're listening to if you're doing the radio. It'll go through every radio station. There's your nav, there's your destination, reverse, forward, and usual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. And your tone, so you can adjust everything. The eject button. Over here you got the info, you got delete, play, pause, record. I haven't seen what happens with the record button. I haven't been able to record anything. I'm certain if you have possibly an onboard hard drive, you can record songs and bring it on there. Your favorite selections, and I don't know what that is because I've never played with it, so I don't know. Further on down, you got individually climate-controlled air conditioning. Here's the cooling, you got the circulation air, the heating for the seats, directions, lower, faster, auto, the standard. Over here, we got another output jack for the cigarette lighter, and a little storage compartment for coins, cards, money. But to really understand the beauty of the inside of the Buick Regal Turbo, it is fantastic. Everything feels fantastic and new. I mean, I can't say fantastic enough. I've said fantastic so many times when talking about this car to other people as well, that it just becomes second nature. Just call this car fantastic. Some of the downsides for me, being 6'4", length in the car is always important. And as you can see, as I'm like sitting back, this is how I normally drive. My knees hit the sides here. But then it also falls into this caveat. But then my leg kind of gets sore, then I have to lean up. And then I lean up against this little door handle. That really isn't that big a deal. However, my girlfriend, who has MS, has noticed that the seat and the seating arrangement and the spacing of the passenger seat is perfect for a person with disabilities. Because there is so much room here in the front, she can adjust her feet as much as she needs, so that she's not stuck in just one position, and it's not a struggle to kind of move around. As you can kind of see in the back, there's my kid's car seat. And we'll take a look at more of the rear of the car. Now, a lot of times, this trunk is quite spacious. Alright, okay, we'll just do this real quick. Let's just get in. We're getting in. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is spacious. As I said before, I'm 6'4", and I'm fully inside the trunk of the Buick Regal. It's not the most comfortable place I've ever been in, but there is still room to store your groceries or your kids' play toys while you're hiding a body. But that's trunk space. I'm thinking that should be a highlight. I think the Buick Regal car dealers should jump in the trunk to show you just how much space you really have. Now, if you wait a minute, I got to get back out of the trunk. Now that I'm outside the trunk, let's talk about the trunk. There you have your cargo netting, where you can stretch it out, plus your groceries inside. There's some strap lanyards over there, over there. There's the pusher to the middle. Some more places where you can hide more stuff. And the safety release hatch if you do find yourself trapped in the Buick Regal Turbo trunk. Now, the weird thing with this, you would expect like you'd have to lift this up or do something with this. It's really, there's a knob right here in the back that would just, with a push of a button, you can see that little button right there. Just kind of lift that up and it goes right up. With everything being said and done, I highly recommend the Buick Regal Turbo. Now, like I said before, it isn't your grandmother's or grandfather's Buick anymore. This is designed and almost engineered to be like it's hard to describe, but you would want to almost, like a 25-year-old would feel comfortable sitting in this car and driving around in it. It is very comfortable, handles very well. Everything about it screams elegance, but without overdoing the fact that, you know, you're not pushing the fact that it's a Buick. It's a Buick. You gotta feel old grandma and grandpa-y. Doesn't feel that way. Like I said, for the price range that it's in, reasonably priced. Can't beat that with a stick. You get mid-level elegance, because this is a mid-range car. You get mid-level elegance, but you feel first class the entire way. I'm Kyle Shear with the Philadelphia Examiner. This has been my review of the Buick Regal Turbo. If you don't mind, I'm going to go take it for a spin, do some donuts, because I can. See you guys later.